Hello everybody and welcome back to Cozy Bunny Gaming. My name is Bunny and we are playing Nancy Drew Curse of Blackmoor Manor. I was listening to the music right there in the beginning a little bit because it was very reminiscent of Carnival of Animals. That musical piece, if you are familiar with the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, it's that song that plays at the beginning, and that is kind of what that sounded like for a second there. Okay, so in the last episode we left off with Jane. I wish they had animated her better. She looks a little weird. Jane, actually, we tried asking her some questions, but she kind of won't answer us until we play some games. I also saw she has what looks like an Easy Bake Oven, and I would really like to play with the Easy Bake Oven. I also right away noticed this monsters book.
Nigel gave that to me when I was in the library once. I think he was hoping it would scare me, but it didn't. I'm too smart to believe in that sort of stuff.
Girl, I believe in that sort of stuff, and I'm smart. I'm a smart girl, and I believe in mummies, which I definitely believe in mummies. Mummies are not made up. Whoa, werewolves! Since ancient times, the cunning savagery of wolves has both terrified and awed the humans with whom they came into contact. In Europe, where wolves were a constant threat to livestock and allegedly small children and lone travelers, legends as to their evil viciousness became widespread. Predictably, one of these legends involved humans who could transform themselves into wolves. These creatures were called werewolves. Were means man. And the transformation came to be known as lycanthropy. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Interesting. So this whole book is about different monsters, but what's the only monster this book that the game is letting us focus on? Werewolves. I'm beginning to suspect that there might be a werewolf running around the manor. Possibly that's what's wrong with the main Lady Jane's stepmom. I can't remember this person's name. Linda? Was it Linda? I need to write it down. Let's see. The symptoms of lycanthropy. Descriptions of werewolves and of the transformation process itself have varied greatly throughout the ages. Some lycanthropes assumed the precise appearance of a wolf. Others turned into something that was half human, half beast. Sometimes the change was permanent. Sometimes lycanthropes could change form at will. Sometimes environmental factors brought about the transformation. The symptoms and duration of a werewolf's condition depended entirely upon the curse that initiated that particular case of lycanthropy. In general, victims who were destined to alter their form permanently usually appeared pale. Fatigue was a frequent complaint, as well as weak vision, a dry tongue, and constant thirst. These symptoms usually accompanied or were soon followed by hair growth, especially on the face and hands. Fingernails grew long, and the eyes gradually changed shape and color. Do you think Nigel suspects that lycanthropy is the issue with this family, and that's why he suggested this book to the little girl? I'm suspicious of everybody, apparently. The victim's personality also changed. He or she became increasingly ill-tempered and aggressive. As the transformation grew more apparent, the victim usually went into hiding, returning to society only to satisfy his newfound appetite for human flesh. For temporary victims who could change their appearance at will, or who were involuntarily transformed by the sound of a wolf's nocturnal howl, or by a full moon, lycanthropic symptoms occurred not over time, but quickly, almost instantaneously. That's painful. Oh! They were forced to assume human form again at sunrise, either by shedding their hair, claws, and fangs, or by taking off their skin and hiding it intact. Yikes. Such a lycanthrope would reportedly suffer the same fate as its shed skin If the shed skin was found and destroyed, the werewolf would likewise be destroyed? Dang, you gotta hide it good. According to legend, those who voluntarily became werewolves obtained the ability to change their form through sorcery. Involuntary lycanthropes were people who had been cursed by someone they had wronged, or had been bitten by or born to a werewolf. Since there is no cure, and since most werewolves were thought to be immortal, those unfortunate beings were compelled to lead dark, desperate lives until they were felled by a fatal wound to the brain or heart. That they could only be destroyed by a silver bullet is a modern embellishment. Oh my. Psychology plays a significant role in lycanthropy. Wanting to imitate, if not actually become, the thing or person that one fears the most seems to be part of human nature. Far from being a universal phenomenon, werewolves are unknown in regions where there are no wolves. Instead, people spread tales of werebear, sounds like Care Bear, were-tigers, were-crocodiles, that's terrifying, whichever animal is most feared. The old saying, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, goes a long way in explaining the source and longevity of many monster legends. More important, throughout history, there have been instances of people who actually were werewolves, in their own minds at least. Convinced that they had been cursed, they presented all the physical symptoms of lycanthropy and often behaved violently. Because they fully believed that they had become werewolves, they acted like werewolves. As a result, the people around them treated them like werewolves, which only reinforced their delusions, thus trapping them in a vicious circle. I forgot Jane was in the room, and her humming scared me. Their psychological disorder was no doubt prevalent in the Middle Ages, when belief in sorcery, curses, and creatures such as werewolves were commonplace. The power of suggestion cannot be underestimated, especially in places where education is minimal and superstition passes for truth. Instances of lycanthropic disorder are rare in modern times, although it is possible that many cases go unreported due to misdiagnosis or familial embarrassment. What? Oh, okay, so we got a phone number. For research psychologists such as myself, information gathering is a never-ending process. If you believe you know someone who has undergone a lycanthropic metamorphosis, please contact me. Paliki Vadas, and then the whole number. Fascinate. Nope. What's this? Whoa! Runes! I know runes! When I first read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, I became absolutely obsessed with learning the runes, but it's the runes that Tolkien used. So it's not really like a correct language, it's basically runes in an English language. So already I'm pretty sure this is not like what I know. Runes are a set of symbols that came to Britain with the ancient Germanic people who immigrated to the country around 450 AD. They were used throughout Northern Europe during the Dark Ages, which lasted around 500 to 1500. Because these symbols were used for writing, among other things, they can be termed an alphabet. The original runic alphabet was made of 24 symbols and is known as the Elder Futhark. The first 6 runes spelled out the word Futhark. F-U. Never mind! I was thinking this was A, B, C, but no. F-U-T-H-A-R-C. So, never mind. Or K. I do know these. Okay, cool. The runes were comprised of straight lines so that they could easily be carved into wood or stone. Ooh, that's exciting. Yay, I'm excited about that. Okay. The Elder Futhark is divided into 3 A-tier, or groups of 8. Freya, Heimdall. How freaking cool is this nonsense? I love it so much. Each rune not only represents a letter, but an object or being as well. As a result, each rune is associated with specific characteristics or events. For example, this one is O. Othala is called Othala, and not only represents the letter O, it also means ancestral property, which can connote home, everything that is important to someone's security, support, experience, etc. Because each rune has an intrinsic meaning, people in the Dark Ages would sometimes randomly choose a series of runes, draw them from a bag, or cast them on the ground, and try to tell the future. Yes, I knew that. Oh, it looks like she loves somebody. Oh, M-O-M, Mom. I wonder what happened to her birth mom. Okay. Okay, literally that took 10 minutes. So let's go talk to her.
Hi, Nancy.
Have you ever seen anything strange outside?
Once I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling, more like something human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here?
I highly doubt it. I mean, if there were, wouldn't someone have already found it? When I asked Ethel about it, she said that it's the Penvillain name and heritage that should be treasured. Blech.
Huh. Password, please.
Do you know what the password is for the computer in the library?
Yes, but I won't tell. Not unless you beat me at Skull
crap.
and Bones.
All right.
My friend Hulga bought this for me. It's like Go Fish, but you have to collect 3 of a kind of weird things like zombies and ghosts. You go first.
Do you have any witches?
Here you go.
Oh, dope. Oh, okay. It is just like Go Fish.
Do you have any spiders?
Here you go.
Do you have any tombstones?
Sorry.
Ah, poop.
Any haunted houses?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any ghosts?
Sorry. Any bones?
All yours.
Any haunted houses?
Sorry. Do you have any spiders?
Go dig. Any bats?
Go dig. Do you have any witches?
Nada.
Ah, poop.
Any haunted houses?
Get out your shovel. Do you have any tombstones?
Go dig. Any bones?
All
Ah,
yours.
poop. I was just
Annette.
about to ask her that one.
You're doing great.
Any haunted houses?
Afraid not. Do you have any ghosts?
Nada.
Ah,
Any bats?
Sorry. Do you have any coffins?
Here you go.
Do you have any skulls? Great.
she took that.
Any haunted houses?
No!
I win.
I still win, though. All right. We're
You
good.
won. Good
Yes,
job.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
the
yes,
password for my grandfather's computer is on his coat of arms, plain as day.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. I know I gotta go find the freaking coat of arms. Lady in Black.
The lady in black you saw in Linda's room. Did she look like anyone you know?
Like I said before, I couldn't really see her face, but she was kind of dressed like the lady in the Great Hall.
Which lady?
Eleanor. I know it sounds weird, that's why I didn't want to tell anyone. It's too creepy. Sometimes I wonder if I just dreamed it all up. Mrs. Drake is always saying I have a rampant imagination.
Rampant. Okay.
I should get going.
Toodles!
Oh, all right. Okay. Before we go.
I used that to make cakes for Lulu the parrot. That's why the ingredients are so nasty. Like, I would eat mealworms. Aren't you glad we don't have to use that thing to cook our food?
I saw the kitchen. What happened to it?
I guess you could say I happened to it. But it was Ethel's fault. She inspired me to study the oxidation rates of different kinds of cookie doughs. Only my snickerdoodle experiment got away from me.
Girl, I don't even know what that means.
Do you mind if I make
No.
something?
Go right ahead.
How am I supposed to know what the bird likes? I don't want to do it. I chickened out. I don't want to. Let me look at... What's this?
What is this book?
Don't know, really. Ethel gave it to me. She said it belonged to my grandfather. Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
Okay, wait. So if this was her grandfather, maybe this is what's on the coat of arms? I'm going to write it down just in case. Okay. Oh, there it is again. It sounds like Carnival of Animals. It's the elements. Remember we saw the Airbender Avatar stuff? This is air and this is earth, but I don't remember which one is fire, which one's water. These are the not the zodiac, but the Roman gods. These are mythological creatures. This Cerberus, probably a werewolf. A snake, a heckin' snake. Whoa, that's interesting. There they are again.
Each of those cups seems to be associated with a Roman numeral.
Yeah, it looks like a tarot. Interesting. I'm probably gonna have to come back to this. Is it giving me a hint? Because this is air. Water? Fire? Cheese and rice. Oh, what is... Okay. I think I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but I'm sure we're gonna have to come back to this. No, no, no.
Who's this?
That's my mum, my real mum. She's an opera singer. It's not like she's famous or anything, but she does live in Paris.
Oh, okay, so her mom is still alive. I was like wondering if maybe she passed away, but it looks like it was divorce. Oh yeah, what's this?
That was written by Charles Pemberlin way back in like the 1500s. When I read it, it seemed really familiar, you know?
As the moon rises upon thee, fear not, but draw upon the strength of absent friends, and toast to their memories in happiness and wonder. With the stalwart heart of a knight, let charity be thy guiding angel. Stay firm in knowledge as a dedicated geometer, and fear not the ravages of Father Time. For, dear child, as you learn the lessons of folly, the secrets of this world shall dawn in thy soul. Alright, that's another thing we're gonna have to probably come back to. Hold on. That freaking gargoyle blinked at me. I saw you. Did you guys see it? It blinked at me. Alright, I'm just making sure I saw everything. See, we missed this whole area.
I totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
He is from another Nancy Drew game, but I don't remember which one. I love this cat. What the heck, dude? Oh my gosh, look at this guinea pig! I really like the guinea pig.
You had a guinea pig?
Yes, but it died.
Oh no.
When?
I don't know. I'd really rather not think about it, alright?
I'll get you another guinea pig.
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it.
Topics to be covered. The Ballad of Brigitte? Oh, no, let's not do any French. Yikes. This cursive is like way too much. It's kind of difficult to read. Okay. Let's leave for now. Let's go back to our... Nope. Let's go back to our room. And I noticed our notebook and our phone have some things to do. Oh yeah, this is the person who wrote that book about monsters.
This is Paliki.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. Could I ask you some questions about lycanthropy?
I'm sorry, I'm about to leave for a seminar and I'm very busy. Besides, I've written 2 books and 12 articles on the subject. If you have questions, perhaps you should try reading one of them.
I did. That's how I got your number.
Well, if you didn't understand something, I'm afraid I really don't have time to explain it to you.
Why is
I
everyone so
understood
nasty in
everything.
this
It's
game?
just that I know someone who seems to be exhibiting some of the symptoms of lycanthropic
Lycanthropic metamorphosis? Well, that's different. Talk to me.
What do you consider to be the definitive signs that someone is turning into some kind of animal?
Symptoms are relatively subtle. A dry mouth, a fatigue, impaired vision, and reduced blood flow to the skin. Is this person pale?
I can't say. She won't let anyone see her. She just lies in bed all day behind this curtain.
And at night, what does she do at
Ooh.
night?
I can't be sure, but I do know that I saw something outside the night I arrived. Some kind of animal. And when I asked to see my friend, I was told she was unavailable.
This sounds very promising.
You don't really believe she's turning into some kind of creature, do you?
Young lady, I believe the human mind is capable of far more than we can ever imagine. Pale skin, dry mouth, fatigue. The human mind is perfectly capable of causing the body to exhibit such symptoms, if it is so motivated.
What would motivate? Our temper tantrums. She definitely had a temper tantrum.
What would motivate someone to turn into an animal?
Most lycanthropes are under a great deal of stress, due perhaps to the death of a loved one, marriage, divorce, a relocation, that sort of thing. They're emotionally vulnerable, which means they're particularly open to the power of suggestion.
Someone suggests they become a lycanthrope?
Not in so many words, of course. Somehow, they get it in their head that they're destined to take another form. They see something, they read something, someone says something to them. Somehow, they come to believe they're supposed to undergo a physical metamorphosis, and so, in their weakened psychological state, they do.
Are temper tantrums symptomatic of lycanthropy?
There are no hard and fast rules when it comes to lycanthropy, or almost anything else for that matter. But if someone believes that what they're changing into is irrational, or has a bad temper, then they will exhibit irrational, ill-tempered behavior, especially if this is contrary to their former nature.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Interesting. Okay, let's check the web really quick. Oopsie poopsie. Whoa! Oh, cheese and rice. That's a lot of stuff to read. Okay. Let's do some check marks really quick, and then we will call it a day. I talked to her.
That's done.
And I did not do any of that stuff, but that's okay. So, in the next video, we will do these things. I am going to explore just a little bit on my own and see if I can find any more, like, hints as to what opens this little box. Because I feel like it was so early on in my little checkbox thing, it must be important, right? So, I don't know, we'll check back. Now, this video was just a whole lot of reading and talking to our cast of characters. We didn't really solve... Actually, I don't think we solved a single puzzle today, but you know what? That's why I like these games, right? Like I said in the first episode. Chill, relaxing, you just kind of follow along with the story and meet the characters who are all voice acted, which is nice. And you just kind of... It's like reading the book, but you're playing through it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye!